Didn't put the camera on. Whew. How is everyone doing today? If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know the goal is to have 5,000 subscribers by January 1st. And y'all, we rocking it out. We're like at 3,217. So welcome all the new subscribers, y'all. Thank y'all to y'all who've been running up the shorts. I did my Walmart delivery video. I did my insomnia cookies video, which were delivered. Oh my God. Ooh, I hope that didn't cut me off. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. These people driving crazy today. I hope all is well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, get in the comments, and hit replay. Y'all, I'm on my way home from church. We have a home game today. So I'm not going to go out and tailgate. Y'all, I still have to cook. I went out last night, y'all. I did. I went out last night, had a good time. Definitely had a good time. Got up, went to breakfast, had a breakfast date. So that was really good. You'll see hey Oliver, how are you? You'll see what I ate in a video. Then I went to church. So my mom has my son. My son is with my mom until tomorrow because there's no school tomorrow or Tuesday. So she's keeping him and he's over there enjoying himself. So I went to church this morning. It felt great. Then I'm about to now go home. I'm doing well, Oliver. I'm about to go home and change into some more Sunday fun day clothes. And y'all, I'm about to be back outside. I'm about to be back outside, y'all. I'm gonna go pick up my cousin, and we gonna hit these streets, baby. I said I'm too cute. I done lost this weight, baby, and I'm single and mingling. When I'm kid free, I take advantage of being kid free. I was yesterday gonna stay in home and rub my feet together in the bed. I said no, I'm finna get dressed, baby. We went to 3 different spots yesterday. You hear me? Auntie was outside, okay? And I know some people be like, well, you ain't recording and won't record it. No, y'all don't see our day. That's not, which one I'm supposed to go west? Yeah, oh, which got me going back the other way. Okay, that's crazy, but whatever. Oh, GPS, but y'all get in here. Thank y'all so much. So I just wanted to, on my way home, discuss because there's been some chitter chatter about whether $20,000 a month is a lot to make. So y'all, there's 16 people in here. If we can get at least 5 of y'all to like the video, that would be great. Um, So, I hear some people saying, 20,000 is a lot of money. To make 20,000 is very good. It's not bad, but with that 20,000, you have to be able to budget and manage. When you start making that type of money, remember 20,000 a month is puts you at the close to 240 category a year. So I know 20,000 a month sounds like a lot, but if you are doing right and being responsible with taxes, business, all that kind of stuff, 20,000 is not a lot. If you're walking away with 20,000 from your employer or your business, your income that you actually get to take home, then we're talking. But to bring in 20,000 as a business owner, that's not cool because you still have to pay taxes. Y'all got to remember taxes and stuff. Okay, boom. But then now that you're a business owner and you don't have any employees, your insurance looks different as well. So you have to think about that to go onto the marketplace, especially when you have children with pre-existing conditions. Let's remember that. You cannot go to United Healthcare or Blue Cross Blue Shield's website website and purchase health insurance because your children have pre-existing conditions, while someone was running around here voting for Trump when most of your children in the household have pre-existing conditions. So guess what? You're going to pay a lot for insurance. So minus you make 20, you might bring home out of that 20 close to 16. Then we're talking about health insurance for a family of 11 with pre-existing conditions. Boom. So now you have that healthy fee of close to $1,200 to maybe $1,500 a month. So we're going to round it up to 2,000. So then we're going to do 2,000 minus, we said 16. So now we're at 14,000, and we just covered taxes and health insurance and still did not even pay for a place to stay to house 11 people, right? Okay. So we did 16 to, so we're at 14,000. Let's say the rent is 2,000. We are now at 12,000. Let's say the light bill is 500, so we're at 11,500. Boom, we didn't even talk about car insurance with a teenage driver and your guys' horrible experience. So we're going to say that your car insurance is 1,000. So now we're at 10,500. We still have not paid any car notes. We did not pay for any extracurricular activities. We didn't buy any groceries, and we didn't put any gas in the cars. So 20,000 might look good when it's coming from your employer after taxes and health insurance and social security and all that stuff is taken out. But as a business owner, 20,000 when that's your sole income, it's not rocking like it sounds. It's not like actual, like, this person pays no taxes and they're not moving right. Now, if me still working my 9 to 5 went ahead and was making 20,000 on this one app with one child, then of course, things are going to look very different because my job provides my everyday living expenses, health insurance, 401k, pay stubs if I ever need them. It helps with my credit because now I have pay stubs. So you move different. I don't have to worry about, the taxes so much or whatever like that. So if my job is paying me close to 6 figures after taxes and everything, an additional 20, of course it's going to be. Even if you make, let's say, 60, even if you are a teacher and you're making $54,000 a year, if you can make 20,000 extra on YouTube, boom, 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 we'll say 15,000. So that's 70,000 that you could bring home a year after taxes and stuff like that. That's different. That's different. And you might have 3 children. That's different. But 20,000 just solely with a house of 11, not for what kids truly need. And we still got to remember 20,000 is 240,000 a year. I can find a bunch of careers to help you make $240,000 a year with retirement and benefits. And you don't have to worry about going to anyone's library. You don't have to worry about anyone ridiculing your children or anything like that. So when you think about 20,000, it's really not. I know some people are saying, "Oh, but you wish you was making 20,000." Oh, da da da. Of course, people wish they could bring in an extra stream of income of 20,000. But we're talking about Peach McIntyre saying 20,000 is enough for her and her family. When we know with the times of cost and living, it's truly not. Let's be real. Like over here, we like to keep it real. Yes, 20,000 is a nice size amount of money, but a house of 11, when you're living right and running your business properly, doing what you need to do for your business, and your kids have health insurance. And I know she explained, oh, when you have insurance, we don't have to go through that. Yes, a referral, they only let so many things. What you're doing, trying to get your kids to go 3 times a week, you're trying to make up because you're so far behind. If they were receiving the services, because also my son, we do it once a week. Speech therapy we do have twice a week because we break it up so the session won't be long and overwhelming for him. But a lot of this stuff you're supposed to implement and continue to work with your child at home in regular environments. The same thing you do with school. They come home, you work with them. That's how therapies are. So sending them to therapy 3 times a week. No, the therapist looking like, and yes, there are a lot more therapists that are taking self-pay. We get it. I've been in this community. I pay out of pocket for some things as well, but I do keep insurance because of the benefits and the reimbursements that I can get. Like, come on. That's crazy to me that you thinking with special needs kids to not have health insurance. Mm-mm. Now, I might spend some weeks 10 hours on the phone with United Healthcare. Huh. But guess what? We get things approved. My son has had multiple surgeries. Um, we have been in therapies, no hiccups. If there is an eval that's not covered, I go ahead and then, yeah, I will pay out of pocket. It's not saying that we're not going to provide because the insurance says no. And then I'll go ahead and pay out of pocket. My son will get the services he needs. And best believe this mama is on the phone with United Healthcare trying to figure out why was it denied and what can we do to get it approved. Oh, you need it resubmitted. But see, this is when you work in that field, you understand. Let me have the doctor resubmit it and write it as something else. Boom, let's go. Now it's approved. Reimburse me my $234. Thank you. Clock it. Yeah, that's what you do. Child, none of these parents I'm involved with walking around with special needs children and don't have no health insurance. Even when you go to the dang on doctor, they looking at you damn crazy. Because your child's special needs most likely is receiving some type of medication, especially with different diagnoses. Oh, I need to be over there. Oh, y'all not gonna let me over? Oh, we playing dirty today. Oh, let me over. Crazy. Thank you. Yeah. But hey, everybody that's coming in, welcome. Make sure you like the video. Happy Sunday, y'all. We're just talking about whether, certain people keep saying 20,000 is a lot. 20,000 is a lot. When you have a family of 11, 20,000 does not hit the same as a family of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just be honest. And you got a bunch of growing boys, baby. You have a bunch of growing boys. And then can it be done? It definitely can be done, but you also have to be responsible and cannot just be out here willy-nilly. So even if you are making 20,000 and you're a family of 11, see, when you done got yourself in such a hiccup and always trying to play catch up, 20,000 isn't enough. You're always trying to play catch up. Do you see how being codependent on a collapsing system places you at risk as well? What's a collapsing system? Who's codependent on a collapsing system? Can you explain that, please? That might have went over my head, but I'm gonna be honest. What does that mean? A collapsing system like the government? Or, hey Marie, when you say collapsing system or being codependent on a collapsing system? Hey, Bold Ruler, how are you? I hope all is well. Thank you for stopping by on this lovely Sunday. Yeah, I would love to hear more about that. Marie said hi, everybody, on this lovely Sunday. I hope all is well, y'all. Hey, Miss Rebecca, how are you? If I didn't speak, I'm on my way home. I went to church this morning. I had a breakfast date, went to church this morning on my way home to put on some Sunday clothes. My son is with my mother, which my mom at her house, my grandmother lives there. So he's with great grandma and my mom. So he is being spoiled spoiled. I mean, oh my goodness, I love that for him, and I love that for me. Hold on, I'm gonna read this. Hold on. I love when y'all be dropping this type of stuff in the comments, baby, because like I said, I don't know everything, and I'm always looking, learning. So when y'all be dropping stuff, I be like, oh, okay, well, what is that? What are you saying? Okay, so the government and all social constructs you mentioned that you benefit from. So you mean health insurance? Benefiting from health insurance? Or because I'm not sure the government and all the social constructs. I don't know, I might have to put a link on another one, and you might have to come up here and explain that, baby, because I think I'm not understanding the messages. You said the government and all the social constructs you mentioned. I'm trying to think of what I mentioned that you benefit from. What government and social constructs that I benefit from, and then you said they're collapsing. Is that because the government shut down? Is that what you mean when you say collapsing? You have to explain that. We're gonna have to talk on a deeper level. We're gonna have to talk on a deeper level. I mean, I try my hardest not to benefit, but I don't know how I'm benefiting from the government. Because of health insurance, I pay for health insurance. Well, my health insurance is through my job. And then I pay out, the global collapse that's happening in 4K. Oh, you mean everything that's going on in society itself, yeah. Okay, so everything going on in society itself that's collapsing. Yeah. Any issues with the IRS? I haven't had any issues with the IRS. I haven't. I don't play with stuff like that. Like I don't play with the three-letter agencies. I don't do that. DEA, DCF, what other ones? ATF, JSO, that's Jacksonville Police Department. Um, I don't play with three-letter agencies. No, I don't play with them. I don't play with them. Nope. FBI, CIA. Nope. Nope. So the IRS, I filed my taxes, and then my CPA, up GSA. I don't want no parts of them either. None of them three-letter. I filed my taxes, and then for my business taxes, the CPA, and we're already like, I'm nervous because our nonprofit becomes like live November 1st, and I'm telling everyone like, hey, we got to make sure this and this, because I don't want any situations. But I have my mom involved on that, so she's very much. But yeah, I think if the government stays shut down over the next 2 weeks, we are definitely going to see some hard impacts. The trucking industry is going to be impacted. I mean, it's just going to be bad. Do we have any military background in the family? No. My family comes from back in the day, farms. We owned 2 farms in Alabama. And then my parents' generation, they were the ones that went to college and stuff. Oh, yes, all corporations are at risk because people don't realize how many corporations have government contracts. Like my job, we don't know what we're going to do. I work for one of the largest hospital systems in Northeast Florida. Do you know how much the government, like, come on. Do you understand what the government does for us? Some people, they don't understand. Like, man, look, yep, we are going to be looking very different right now. And then it's open enrollment for insurance, and people are so upset because everybody's premiums are going up. And I'm like, I just don't know. Yep, all corporations are at risk. We are in for a good, and that's why even content creators still are going to be looking at it different. Because remember, if people aren't spending money, businesses aren't paying top dollar for advertisement. So you're going to have to even go extra hard on social media as well. Gold prices increasing rapidly. Oh yes, civilization is codependent. I do agree with that. We need one to survive. Yeah. But isn't that how the world works? Like, don't they do that in other countries as well? Or you're saying because it's the government, we need the government to survive, not so much each other. I think I see where you're going with this. Where I see what you're saying. We're codependent on the government. Okay, I kind of see where you're going with that. Like, we should be more self sufficient. So we're all pretty much dependent on the government. We're all pretty much dependent on the government, y'all. But I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope y'all are cooking, enjoying family. Y'all, I feel so good for being going into church today. So I haven't been to church because usually my son has horse therapy on Sunday mornings. So we have switched it to Tuesdays because I was like, hey, this every weekend I need to be in somebody's church. I want my son in somebody's church as well. So today I went. I was like, I'm going. Ooh, excuse me. We were supposed to go last Sunday, but we didn't. But we went. I went today, and next week he'll go with me, and then my mom will probably start joining so she can help me with him. So I don't send him to children's church because he stems and they'll get frustrated. They'll pray for him, but they'll get frustrated. So he sits in the main sanctuary, and the pastor knows, like, hey, leave him alone. But he loves praise and worship. Oh, he loves praise and worship. And then when it's time for the word, it's a little bit more quiet. So we put his headphones on, and he'll have my mom's iPad, he'll have his tablet, he'll have his phone, and sometimes my phone, but hey, we make it through the whole service. And then when he leaves, he'll say, thank you, Jesus. And I say, yes, thank you, Jesus. We made it. We made it. Hey, Eunice, how are you? Okay, I see. Okay, see, I just had to hear you say it. You had to break it down. I get what you're saying now. Not so codependent on the government, like how we're all like the government is shutting down, and now we're all like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? I see. Okay, that's why. But how do we do that? How do we break the cycle of being codependent on the government? Ooh, I'm gonna get me some gas. It's 2.84. Yes, because I definitely saw it on the other side of town for $3. So I'm about to get dressed, y'all. Get home, get dressed. My face is all ready. I gotta melt a little bit more my wig. This wig lace melts. I need to call them and see, hey, can I get a free wig? Like, I'm gonna mention y'all. I'm not mentioning their name now and will not. But if y'all message me and say, hey, I want to know, no, I'm finna call them and get a promo code. I'm finna get them a promo code. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, because I'm finna put this on TikTok. This wig does melt so good, y'all. A dyslexic man walks with a broad. Child, nobody got time for that foolishness today. Go ahead, Harrow. Grow what you consume and create what you need. So that's what I was trying to do. I need to have more patience. We were really trying to do garden to the table. We really were trying to do it, but it just became so expensive and time consuming. So I guess that's why easy. Oh, and they just talked about this in church, being obedient, and sometimes you don't want to be obedient because it's uncomfortable. Oh, I am. Why are you doing this? Why are you confirming what this man said in church today? And I just said, oh, yeah, I wanted to do it, but it was too time. It was uncomfortable. I had to learn. Man, okay, I just had a moment. Wow. Okay. You're right. Grow what you consume and create what you need. Just had a whole moment come to. Got you. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man a fishing. That's true. Amen to that one. Amen to that one. Amen to that one. Y'all, thank y'all so much for coming in. If you're catching the replay, please go ahead and comment replay. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel and also make sure you turn your alerts on. I hope everyone is having a great Sunday. Yes, spiritual growth is a huge thing. It's a huge thing. And I will say, I had stopped growing spiritually for some reasons. I know why. I mean, I'm just saying, I know the reasons why. When I tell you, God be having to deal with me a different way, child. But felt good being in church today. I will say that. I love my little pastor. My little pastor. I need to get my car clean, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I ain't gonna do it today. I'm not adding anything else on my plate today. Somebody told me that the other day. They was like, you put too much stuff on your plate in one day. Like, I get it done though. I get it done. But baby, I be going. PTA mom, sit on 3 boards, own a business, work full time, in school. We starting a nonprofit to help NICU families transition in the community. I'm back doing speaking events, talking about my son and our journey because people just really be like, wow, mom. Wow, mom. I'll be like, wow. Make it look good. We make it look good. We make this autism-ish look good. The cerebral palsy lifestyle. We make it look good. I be telling my friends that are in the community, this isn't a disability, this is ability. These are like superpowers. And anytime you have superpowers, you always have to know how and when to use your superpowers. So you tell your child who's autistic, hey, I'm gonna teach you. We got this. I'm gonna teach you. And that's what my son, he has superpowers. And he tell you real quick, he said, I might be different, but I have superpowers. I said, oh, thank you, Jesus. Hey, Forever Autumn, how are you doing? Do you think 20,000 is enough for a family of 11? Y'all let me know in the comments. Do you think 20,000 is enough for a family of 11? We broke it down because with taxes, if you're doing right with your taxes, you're really not walking away with $20,000. So, and then if you're doing health insurance, hey Cheryl, with health insurance, she cannot go to United Healthcare or Florida Blues website because most of her children have pre-existing conditions. So she would have to go to the marketplace and pay close to 12 to 1,500, if not closer to 2,000 for a family of 11. Hey, Miss Lisa Clark, how are you? So I don't know after we take taxes at 16, then we go down to 14,000, if really 20,000 a month. And we know she's always playing catch up from her poor spending, but I know some people were saying, y'all want to keep acting like $20,000 isn't a lot of money. That is a lot of money for a family of 11 that is a business owner. We're not talking about side hustles. We're talking about actually owning a business and running things legit. Because when you don't run things legit, you're going to end up paying more in the long run. How she owes all these taxes and stuff. That's what, okay. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about, Forever Off. Oh. Oh, and he said that in church too today. Were you at my service? You went to my service? I am. He said that too. You're bankrupt, you're empty, you're full with the devil. He said that's what the scripture said. Girl, you was in my service. Ooh, you confirming everything this man said. But considering home expenses, educational expenses, medical expenses, food, extracurricular, and their habits, 20K isn't a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot if you're living right. Now if you want to say 20 as a side hustle and you're not giving any taxes, you're not paying any medical insurance, you riding dirty with no car insurance, no one's doing any extracurricular activities, you're just paying rent, food and lights and cell phones, 20K is good. But if you're raising productive citizen in society, doing your due diligence as well, your 20K is not a lot. especially like I said, for a family of 11. If people think 20K is a lot, people really need to sit down and look at how much it costs to live and maintain their bills. A lot of y'all are good and how you have your bills rotating and everything's not coming out at the same time, but many people's bills are over $5,000 a month. Your largest is maybe rent or mortgage. If you didn't get caught up in this after 2021, 2022 spike, you're lucky if you got the same, thing. But anybody, that's just got you paying high. Groceries are high, gas. If you have gotten a new car with the interest rate, all that kind of stuff. People got to really pay attention to what's going on in the economy. You got to think about it. Just for 30 Capri Suns, which we know that might not be the healthiest option, but 30 Capri Suns, you're almost paying $9. That might not sound like a lot. For 30 Capri Suns at my household will last me a good minute. That's one kid. How long is 30 Capri Suns going to last in a household of 11? If each of those kids have two Capri Suns a day, that's what, 16. Well, the babies ain't gonna have one, so what we gonna say, 7? So that's 14 right there. It's a different time. You guys see how much a gallon of milk at Walmart is, like $3 down here. A gallon of milk at Publix is like $5. But how many gallons of milk is she going through with that many kids? I mean, how much do you think she's truly spending on groceries? Meat is high. So 20K sounds good. And the reason why I'm stressing that is because people really need to understand 20K is really $240,000 a year, y'all. There's a lot of careers that make $240,000. There's a lot of two-parent households that are bringing in $240,000. Kids are in extracurricular activities. Mom and dad is not walking around with chickens with their head cut off, looking crazy, looking confused, and everything like that. Yes, feeding them empty calories with absolutely no minerals. I know I am. I got a juicer. I got a cannoli. Don't get on me, but sometimes Capri Suns are just easier at this moment. I'm trying. The juicing is very expensive too. Thank you, Cole RS. But people on here keep saying, and that's why Wood cannot, when people say Wood needs to go get a job, unless he get a night job, somebody got to stay home with them kids. They got too many kids that are close in age that require daycare. They already not putting the kids in extended day because of the financial responsibility. A lot of y'all be in denial. Or you're thinking because 30K could change your monthly experience, you think it will help somebody with 11 kids that is self-employed. Remember, Peach is self-employed. So you got to think of what comes with when you are self-employed, those responsibilities. The responsibilities that come when you're self-employed, which she doesn't do, like I keep saying. So that 20K is not even really 20K if you're doing what you're supposed to do as a business owner. Right. I agree, Cole. I agree. I have a decent paying job. It's me and my son. I'm still looking for extra ways that I can make additional income to keep him in extracurricular activities, to keep the household running. Yes. No, at this rate, she never gonna come out. She doesn't understand, and so many people bump her head up because it's ignorance too. The ignorance is crazy. I agree. The Peach Patch does fund their lives. Cole, and I keep asking, at this point, do she even want to come out the closet? Is she just really still just trying to figure it out and just hoping for the best? Hoping. And it's not working. And put these clothes in the wash. Yep, that's a good one, Forever Autumn. Forever Autumn says she's a slave to social media and content because of the choices they have made. Correct. She has to turn on that camera. She has to edit. Then she tries to sit there and say, I have so much old content for you guys. Oh my goodness. No, you don't. You really don't. You can't even fork yourself up to put together a decent 8-minute video. You can't even do it. Life is challenging right now, y'all, for her. It is. Money not doing what it used to do. And we all know that. We all know that. Over here, we know that. Money's not doing what it used to do. So, therefore, things are changing. And see, when people were trying to tell her, we were all, oh, y'all hating, y'all this, y'all that. Oh my goodness, 20K, you would be happy with 20K. Yeah, happy with 20K and still clocking into my everyday job and stacking. And then when it's appropriately time for me to walk away, then yes. But no, you have to sit on class. You have to sit on social media to sell classes because, like y'all saying, the decisions they have made. Who wants to live like that? Hey, where's CC? How are you? Hey, man, Quoba, Vusi. Oh, jeez. Vusi. So we gotta figure. I mean, she's a slave to social media. She gotta sit on there. She's talked so bad about TikTok, only to have to sit there and go live on TikTok now. It's just crazy when you see this type of foolishness. You be like, girl, you was just down in TikTok. Now you best friends with them. You gotta be. You gotta be best friends with them now. You don't have no choice. You don't have a choice. You do not have a choice. Like you said, she has become a slave to social media. Hey, SRC, mother of three. Yeah, she has become a slave to social media. And no, for her lifestyle, that many kids, $20,000 a month is no money. Okay? And y'all know that. Y'all be just trying to make her feel good or make your subscribers feel good. But y'all know, people that go to work every day and pay bills know dang on well. They know dang on well that ain't no money for real with that many children. Like Cole said, daycare alone. They have how many daycare age children? And she has seen how she has come out and said how daycare is important because they are not learning with their father and how behind they are coming. So how's she now going to get these kids in daycare because she sees that it is a problem? They need to be in daycare. So how is she going to get them in daycare? But this is what we over here would say and be talking about when we would say she doesn't need to have all them kids. They're not y'all kids. It doesn't matter. Right. But now you have kids that are struggling and lacking because of the irresponsibility of these two parents. So no, they're not. But this is the stuff that we're pointing out. I remember I'm going to buy my village. Whatever happened to that? What did she buy the village for? We can laugh and say Wood is the $10,000 daycare provider, but honestly, somebody got to stay home with them kids. Now, somebody can rotate and work night just so you can have health insurance for your children. That could be something. Would go in from 11 p.m., something like that, so you can have that health insurance. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Please, please, please let me know if y'all can still hear me. I had received a phone call. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So you think now she wants McKay to go to college? Now, yeah, right. Now you're claiming you want him to go to college, but the only reason you want him to go to college is probably because you heard that he could get some money. You heard he could get some money. I agree. I agree, Ian. That does, child, those are the most dysfunctional adults. Hey, Miss Montrese, get lit. How are you doing this lovely day? How are you doing on this Sunday? We ain't talking about much, just that crazy nut. And just kind of discussing, some people were really on here pushing that $3,000. No, not girl, $3,000. $20,000 is a lot of money. And then we have to remember this is the same girl who said she's paying how much for tutoring, all this kind of stuff because of her lack of parenting. So $20,000 is not a lot of money for her family. That's why she has to sit on there and sell classes. Now, if she could manage it right and took advantage of couponing and creating couponing content and all that stuff, so you're kind of making your money double. You're making your money double. And that's where a lot of the lifestyle content creators messed up at, because you weren't making enough money to keep up with the lifestyle to create the content. That's why you try to work with what you got. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I noticed over the last 3 months, I applied for Walmart a year ago. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about it. I know my inner circle remembers and everything like that. It took me a year to get approved for Walmart. Publix, I don't have a deal with a national Publix. I have a deal with a local Publix for me going in there running my damn mouth all the time. So it's extra stuff that you can do with social media, but you can't solely depend, no. She could have had great content, couponing, everything. So that money you make is truly, extra. You're really just, man, whatever. Right, Von Trees, how many kids she had? That's not a lot of money. That's not a lot. Yep, I agree. So see, where Cece says, they don't comprehend that her sitting online for hours selling classes aren't being calculated in how much she is making. If you do the math, she is making less than minimum wage. Correct. And that's what people don't understand. But that's what she wants to do, make below minimum wage so she can still qualify for government assistance that she wants everyone to think she does not get. She's going to be doing it now the right way. So you're going to be trying to make a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. But yeah, you're not making no money. Oh, I am. We already know people don't have that, baby. We know that. We know that. We know people don't have common sense. I mean, look, they believe in Peach. They believe she has the answers to everything. They believe she has the answers to everything. Peach does no wrong. Peach does no wrong. Yeah, everyone's easily programmed. We're programmed from day one, girl. Now people are starting to buck it because they're realizing, but yeah, we all been programmed. We all been programmed. That's why we have to really pay attention to how we raise our children. Because since we've all been so programmed, we gotta and a lot of us in our 40s now are deprogramming ourselves. We're learning so much more because we have access to a lot more. That's why you're supposed to be conscious of how you raise your children. But people gonna do what they want to do. This is cute. So I don't know, y'all. I'm just wear black sports bra. So we shall see. No, 20,000 is enough for a family of 11. So she left Wood home with 8 kids. Hold on. Oh, you've always been that way? It must have had to do with how your parents then, what they instilled in you. How you grew up. You know? Okay, I think it looked okay. I'm trying to see what I'm wearing. Oh, life experiences. Okay. I'm 53. No way I would deprogram myself to today's world. Right, Forever Autumn. I think that's what kind of frustrates too, because they definitely could make it work where she doesn't have to be online selling classes. She doesn't have to do any of that. We've all said, and I know other reactors have said as well, her downfall is when she goes live. So the best part about her with her business is preventing yourself from going live. That's what you have to do. You got to prevent yourself from going live. If you can prevent yourself from going live, where you don't have to go live, then maybe she could do a little bit better. But all that going live and stuff, that's not a good look. Because, she can't control herself. She can't control herself. Yeah, she can't control herself, y'all. So she doesn't need to go live. Peach doesn't want to be bothered with. No, and then her talking about that post the other day, CC. I was just so confused when she was talking about like her not liking other people's kids and how she liked her kids. She never on there said, I love my kids. But she said she made her kids with that man she loves. She says she likes her kids. Huh? That to me just seems like I tolerate my kids. Baby, when I say I love my son, I love my son. And I used to be kind of that way too, where I was like, oh, I don't really do kids like that. Like, I'll chill with them. I'm the person like, y'all want ice pops? I'm gonna go to the store and get the ice pops. Boom, y'all want? I'm that person. Y'all want chips, juice? As long as every kid happy, smiling, your kid not gonna get punished. They're gonna be safe. But yeah, I ain't doing all that. No. But once I when I had my son, like, I love everybody kids because I want you to love my kid the way I love your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm not there, I want you to, how I'm on your kid. Hey, you okay? You need anything? I got da da da. I want somebody to be like that for my son. So to say that just kind of shocked me. And to say, I love the man, but not the kids. That didn't sit right with me. And maybe because I'm not with my son's father. So y'all in the comments who are actually with your children's father, you're married to them, you're with them, is that something how y'all feel? Maybe that's why I don't understand it. So I respect it. Is that how y'all feel? Y'all like y'all kids and love y'all husband? Maybe because I don't have a husband. Is that like okay? I just felt it was so weird. But I don't have a husband. And I have a love for my son's father. I wouldn't want anything to happen to him, but I'm not in love with him. We're not together. So, but so I'm asking y'all married people who have kids with the husband. Was that a red flag, or is it just me feeling like that because I'm a single mom? Okay, Peach Lovewood, everything that's lust, not love. Dysfunctional people are capable. Wow. Okay. So I thought it was just me because I was like, I don't understand why. I'm like, I love my son. Like, how do you say, like, I love the kids. I like the kids. Like, we do it for the kids. Let's make sure the kids are good. But, yeah. So, I don't know. Oh, I done fixed myself up. I look cute. Okay, that's a little cute outfit. That's cute. That's cute. Not really going anywhere because, yep. So, yeah, I was just wondering. Y'all. I said, well, maybe it's me because I don't have a husband. I don't know. But I'm like, well, dang. I love my son. I could never sit there and say it like that. Oh, mentally and emotionally challenged people can't put into words what they are actually feeling. Wow. That's deep. That's deep. This wig lace so much. Y'all, I am gonna tell y'all the wig. This wig lace melted so good, y'all. And I did it myself. I'm on a budget. I did it myself, and I'm gonna show y'all the products I use. Nope, I'm not gonna be a wig influencer, but I am gonna share with y'all. And the density in this wig is good. That's always important. You want good density wigs. Ain't nothing like no thin little wig on your head. Unless that's the look you're going for. But I like Diana Ross. I like big hair when I do have hair on my head. This hair got me feeling myself. But yeah. Peach is a nut. I just feel bad for them children, to be honest with you. Because it's bad when you're a nut and you don't even realize you're a nut. You don't even realize that you're truly your kid's downfall. You know what I'm saying? You don't even realize it. It's crazy to me. She is her kid's downfall. In God's word, it's first God, second husband, then kid. That's just a mess. I see what you're saying. You shouldn't have to tell anyone. They should just know, right? That's what you're saying, I am. You shouldn't have to let someone know what order to love in. Because if you're being told that, does that mean you truly love me in that order? You know what I mean? Or you just know that you're supposed to love me in that order. You know? All right. I don't know if I gotta melt this again. Nope, I'm gonna leave it just like that. But this look like, this is giving scalp. This is giving scalp from the head. Scalp. Got my tattoo out today. I got my tattoo out today. Yeah, I agree. It just confirms people are told how to think. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day, Peach has had the opportunity of a lifetime. It's catching up, but it's just at the end of the day, it's truly sad because she's not catching, you know, all the warnings before the major destruction. She still thinks she has it under control, and she really doesn't. That's the crazy part. Like, you really, really don't have it under control. You don't. Your kids are, I mean, it's just, it's bad. Yep, yep, yep. I thought I had a, If you guys can go ahead and like it. Yeah, but girl, you see, CC, you see Miss Tracy selling her pasta salad, girl. She out there selling her pasta, baby. She ain't worried about this no more. She said she couldn't, you know. Miss Tracy said, y'all on y'all own dealing with that crazy nut. I'm done with it. And Tracy said she is done with it, y'all. Y'all can have it. Miss Tracy said, y'all can have it. She is done. She is done with it. She is not entertaining that foolishness. She said she is not entertaining that foolishness. Okay, I have to put this on. Tracy is living her best life, y'all. Tracy is living her best life. She said, y'all can have it. Miss Tracy wants no parts of it. Okay. Miss Tracy don't want no parts of this. Mm-mm. Miss Tracy wants no parts. Hold on. Yeah, I don't blame Miss Tracy either. I don't blame her either. Sometimes it gets to that point where it's like, hey, it gets to that point sometimes. She said, I still believe she loved her daughter, like she has said multiple times. But it comes to a point where I gotta live. She up there selling her seafood salad. She found something that she could monopolize on. I ain't mad at it. So, do your thing. And she deserves that. And Peach is going to hate that more and more. The more she sees her mother thrive, the more she sees her thrive, the more she is going to hate this. The more she sees her thrive. And trust, we are going to continue to see her thrive. We're going to have front row seats to seeing Tracy thrive. Because that's how God works. That's how he works. She did her mama so dirty on these internet streets. Watch. Watch how this even finna go down. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't follow neither one of them, but Tracy has a following that is working, and she is not letting Peach patch. And, Tracy done showed us who she truly is, too. She showed us, the apple surely doesn't fall far from the tree. They all got little issues or whatever. They all got issues. I don't care what nobody say. They all have issues. Tracy husband kind of off. They all off. That's what, that dysfunction. What you say about that? That went from generation to generation. I think Peach's grandma was operating in dysfunction. Years of dysfunction. Generations. Yeah, years of dysfunction, y'all. Years of dysfunction. So if I do decide to go out to one spot. I'll be all right. All right, let's go. Yeah, that's what I say, Jay. I say the family, whole family. Yeah, Peach know not to try that lady in public. Would you try her in public? Would you try Rasta in public? You know she don't have a problem throwing hands. Y'all know that. So yeah, I'll keep it cute and on mute. You hear me? I would keep it cute and on mute. Okay? Cute and on mute. Hey, Ma, how you doing? Okay. Yeah. Tracy might throw them hands for real, for real. No, you can't do that. You can't play like that. Tracy is not the one, the two, or the three. But she told y'all that. Not only did she tell you, she showed you. She told you. She showed you. She told you and she showed you. Ooh, we got 50 people in here. Happy Sunday. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. I hope all is well. I hope all is well with everyone. I hope everyone is having a blessed, great day. Y'all keep it cute in the comments. Don't go back and forth. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Remember, we all have different beliefs, different upbringings. And that's what makes us all so unique. And that's why it's a blessing to be able to this platform and talk with y'all and hear y'all thoughts on certain things. I like that. I like that. That's what it's truly about. Because everyone does have an opinion. We finna make some pina coladas, y'all. Pina colada. So they better get on. So, yeah. Oof. All right. Okay. So, got that. Got that. All right. Let's go. Excuse me. Okay. So, it's going to be easier for me to go. Okay. Ooh, people out riding their bikes. We're getting 79 right now in Florida. Hey, Miss Lisa, how you doing? How are you today on this lovely Sunday? How are you doing today? I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Whew, Lord. So yeah, and I know Entertainment You Love, she showed where Peach made probably last month allegedly $10,000. So unless her rent was truly paid up, you know, we definitely about to see some falling asleep, waking up midday, 3 o'clock with Peach, because she gonna need that money, or she gonna drop them one-on-ones and stuff like that, because I know she is probably over the TikTok shop foolishness, because it's oversaturated. Not saying she can't do numbers, but she's not gonna be doing the numbers like Be Love and stuff. It's gonna take some time. Oh, and guess what, y'all? Child, I was scrolling on Tickety Tockety Walkety Glock, and guess who's there telling all their business? A lot of her business, but now she was telling the baby daddy's family's business and talking about some. Y'all let me know if you want to hear part two. Let me know. Comment below. Tempest. I said, oh, she done took a chapter out of her teacher's book. She said that money was slowing down. This is really what I'm dealing with. I'm gonna add a little sprinkle to it, but I'm gonna tell my business so I can run it up. She say her rent in Miami is real high, but yet and still, you went and got your body done before you made sure you and your baby had somewhere permanent to stay with an affordable mortgage. You went and got your body done. Now you up here trying to figure it out. Girl, bad. Child. Mm-mm. But yeah, she took a book from her teachers and said, oh, I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. Mm-mm. You say you could really point out who follows Peach? Child. She is a Peach is a different character, I will say. Peach is a different character. That she is. I don't know, y'all. I'm about to I got to text and say I'm on the way, but I feel like if I get out of this, it's gonna mess up. You said she got her body done so she can find someone to pay her bills, but she was with the baby daddy. The baby daddy allegedly paid to get her body done, which I don't understand, because I don't get. These people just be on here talking, and I'm just like, Lord have mercy. They were renting cars, just living a lifestyle through the panty. Everybody want to be a love and hip hop star. Everybody want to be a celebrity. Everybody wants to do this, but nobody was actually handling the business that needed to be handled. These people were receiving money, large lump sums of money at one time. Didn't even realize, let me put 10 stacks up. If Facebook is sending me 50 stacks, let me put 10 stacks up. Let me go ahead and put that up where I can't touch it. Nah, we're going to go ahead and spend all 50 stacks and hope Facebook continues. Oh no, now they going down to 20. Oh, let's go ahead and get some credit cards to. Okay, so now you're like, shoot, we could still keep over the same lifestyle, put this here, put this there, still putting nothing in savings, still not, doing anything worth of any value, not investing for real, not going down to the city and see how you can buy some of them dilapidated houses for $1 and you had 2 years to fix them up, all that type of stuff. Didn't do any of that. Didn't do any of that. And a lot of, I hate to say it, a lot of the people that, really popped off on social media during that time and had no true work ethic have gotten lazy and just want to turn on the comments, because that white lady, Kylie Pitts, I did a video about her a long time ago or whatever. And then she had got demonetized on TikTok, but she still utilizes TikTok. I think she got another page or got something back or whatever, but she still utilizes TikTok to, funnel over to her website. But she does not just sit there and talk and say peach, what Kylie Pat Pittmans, whatever you want to call them. She just go ahead and creates her videos, and people, she was the one who was making that instant coffee and stuff. So she keep it moving, but she's still doing those same type of videos 3 to 4 years later, and it's making her money, being consistent. See what happened with Peach? You couldn't be consistent because you was getting pregnant, tired, having to raise children. This lady made sure she only stuck with one baby, and her husband was working with that one baby. Hey, Tonique Skincare, how are you? So she really had the money. And they had, she had that stability, that income, took care of their household while she made the content. So it becomes extra money. It wasn't solely. So she was able to be consistent and not have to switch it up and say, oh my goodness, this isn't working. Let me see. No, you got to continue to post it on social media, and eventually it will start working. But if you switching up your style every 2 to 3 weeks because you feel the money isn't coming in or you're not getting the views, that's not going to work. Let me text her on. Hear me? Let me know if you guys can still hear me, because I did close out the app to say, to text her and say I was on the way. So please let me know if you can still hear me. Yeah, social media should be fun money. It shouldn't be so, where you have to. Then it becomes draining. But you still can treat it like a business. You should still treat it like a business because it does have, you know, everything you need. When I really start, I don't have a big page. I don't have a big following on um, these other platforms, but I went ahead and made sure I had my LLC up to date. So when these companies contact me and they realize, oh, okay, we're going to go ahead and pay a business, not an individual, it totally operates different. Even though I'm a one-man show, it's still just, it makes their books look different. They're not just paying Nicole, they're paying, the Fierce Mompreneur LLC. So it helps you in that way as well. Its own checking account, my own business account. So my social media money does not go into my everyday personal account money. Nope, don't do that. And then even my paycheck, it used to get direct deposit into 4 accounts, but they limited to how many accounts you can get direct deposit. So now it's only 3, which is 2 check-ins, which one check-in is just my bills, another check-in is just for fun, and my savings account. That's it. You got to keep all that stuff separate. But yes, social media can be for fun, but if you want to go ahead and advance on it, you have to operate like a business. And then too, like, you have to remember, I don't know, it's just certain things. Yeah, a lot of on those family channels, the husband works. But see, Peach didn't want the husband to work. And then a lot of those family channels, the parents incorporate the family lifestyle into the content. Peaches doesn't do that. She doesn't want to do that. So it's an epic fail. Yeah, it's an epic fail. Yeah, definitely nothing like having your own resources. But when you don't have them, you have to, take what's out there and utilize it as a stepping stone and to get to the point where you don't. Because right now, a lot of us don't have our own resources. A lot of us are dependent on what's out there, what's mandated by the government, even whether it's what's in your grocery store or what. We don't have our own resources. Yeah, the channel has made so much with sponsors, endorsements, and then even when the dad quits, they should really start another business or invest in. He shouldn't just quit. And I personally feel like he shouldn't quit and just come on board. He should, if he does want to quit and where we're at financially, it's going to be time for, hey, let's see what business we can start and hire our kids and this kind of stuff. Like, what can we do? Are we getting into real estate? Because even though I'm still going to be making the content, you're not going to be sitting up under me looking at me making the damn content. And I don't need you to hold a camera because I was holding the camera before and we were still getting all these brand deals and making this money. So no, you're gonna take your happy hips either back to your 9 to 5, yeah, okay, or you're gonna go figure out something your ass can do. But looking at me and thinking you're helping me, nah, bro, that's not gonna work right now. Nah, we got college to pay for. We need health insurance. Nah, bro, you need to go back to your 9 to 5. Don't even put in your 2 week notice. You got to really have those real conversations on how this looks. People say, oh, well, he stopped his business, then he's regretting, and you looking stupid, and now you're carrying the whole family on your back. Hell no. Nah. You crazy as all outdoors. Not me. And won't. Hey, Miss Deborah. I am not taking care of no grown man helping me with something that I was already winning at. No, I hate that. That like aggravates me. Oh, I'm gonna come help you. Help me, baby. I was doing this on my own. Like, and still, like, we didn't miss a beat. No, we're gonna advance. We're gonna go to the next level. You holding a camera is not taking us to the next level. You up under me is not taking us to the next level because now your steady income is not coming in. We don't have pay stubs. So when we want to go buy something, we need to be able to have our bank account showing that a certain amount of income is coming in. No, sir. Mm-mm. And then we can go ahead and we can start another channel and document the journey of us starting our family business. It doesn't even have to go on our channel. Child, okay? Talking about some, oh, I can come help you. Help me. Baby, I've been. And now that I'm 40, it's definitely like you're going to approach this totally different. Like this one dude I was talking to, he was like, well, dang, you seem like you have it together. You know, you got your house, you have a condo, you know, you drive a nice car, you work, you make you eat. And I do. So what can you bring? What can you bring? Because you sure calculating everything that I am able to do for me and my child. What are you doing for you and your children? Because if you're not doing anything, you don't even need to be hollering, looking this way, partner. No, crazy. And I don't know why these single men be talking about some, oh, I just, I need to help the single mom. And I just want, well, go help your damn baby mama, your ex-wife. She's a single mom now. Go help her ass. Leave me alone. Damn it. They get on my nerves. I don't like to see us, you out here making it happen. You doing it big. You really take good care of your son. Okay, go give these accolades to your baby mama, please. Cause she doing the same thing, I would hope. And if she's not, I'm gonna need you to step up and leave me the hell alone, go take care of them children. What? No, we don't play this over here, sir. Mm-mm. Nope, you're not finna make sure me and mine straight and you're not making sure yours are straight. How does that even look, sir? Yeah, they have to match. But like when you see these people come in and then they start, oh, like Peach, she wanted Wood to quit his detailing business to help her with, like, she just like that mentality. What did you want him to? I need him to watch the kids so I can create. No, you could have did all that. You were getting daycare. You should have been able to do everything that you wanted